right, then we're good to go. Everyone, I'm Christina Hagopian. I own a creative direction company. We are turning 19 years this September, so I'm feeling almost legal. And today I'm going to share some tips and experience on email marketing that we have developed over a good 15 of those 19 years. I would say that we have a niche in our specialization, or what people know us for. We have an experience in the luxury and lifestyle world, and we've also started doing a lot more in the community and nonprofit space. The one main reason is a lot of the Office of Development clients that we have are looking to utilize email for donations and to make sure that they are acquiring as many and touching as many donors as possible. So there are three main areas in our business that we focus on are the branding, telling the whole story, omni-channel marketing with both web and email. So those are our three main categories, and we are known for our email. It's kind of an accidental specialty that I'll talk about later. We've had the privilege to work with some really big brands in the world, but we also care just as much about the little ones and the small emerging startups. They hold a special place in our heart, especially as we help them launch and taking them from 0 to 100. So why email? People ask me all the time, how we got into this and why that is a specialty. And being a specialist in e-commerce, we found that driving traffic to their websites through email was always successful. And it was the largest ROI among all marketing channels over and over again. I know that pay-per-click and social are equally effective, but not as effective as email. When you have a list that's all your own and you own those subscribers and they are committed to opting in and they care about you as a brand, that's when you really see the greatest results. It's affordable, it's scalable. The small businesses can start up right away. It's super powerful, especially when you measure every click. And we all live in our inbox. We're all on our phones and in our inbox all day long, and it's the way to communicate. We start often with strategy and help our clients with their content, and also designing and developing custom emails are really what we're known for, making sure that they're effective on all devices, mobile, tablet, web, every browser. The pesky little Outlook with all of their tricks of making emails more difficult, but we get through, and getting through the Gmail spam and promotions tab. We have also tricks for that as well. So we really have a soup to nuts service here, and we have many partners that we work with to get that. The one place to start with email is making sure you have the right content, creating compelling messages, making sure that they resonate with your audience. We're constantly testing content. It's never the same for every brand. It's never the same for every product or service or nonprofit. What we share and what we create as far as messages are always customized for their audience and specifically. And it's important to create this feeling of an exclusive club. People are very savvy now. They're not going to give their email addresses unless you are giving them something in return, whether they care about you as a brand, whether they want to see their sales, whether we're giving away recipes. What's in it for them is always where the focus is. So we have to make sure that content is compelling, is valuable, is a feeling of exclusivity, and that's something we're always trying to create, especially just to sign up in general. What offer are you giving? And another area that's really important is not everyone on your list is the same. They're not opening at the same rate. They're not clicking at the same rate. Their interests are different. We will often include preference centers to make sure that we're gathering data that figures out what they're interested in, and really segmenting those lists when you send versus that whole old school concept of blast and blast and blast. What's that term? Mass blast. We don't do that anymore. Or if you're still doing that, talk to me, because
Christina, it's called spray and pray.
Spray and play. Thanks,
batch
Jason.
And blast or something like
Batch
that.
and blast.
Yeah.
I need to remember that one. But we find all different ways to segment and make sure that the list is as targeted as possible for the content. So I'm going to mix in some of our work so you can see some of our portfolio as we share tips. I've had the privilege to work with Pepsi for over 5 years with a retainer. It was really a gift to learn from them, learn from their digital team on how they create very individualized content. This was back when they were doing kind of a point system to gather interest in a lot of their products. And we were able to really make a difference in their email program over time. Very personalized messages for couponing and for where you were going to go get your next Pepsi in terms of their food service partners. It was really an exciting program. One thing we learned is that the average person spends only 8 seconds reading an email. So simplifying the message and making sure that that click is super targeted is essential. Additional design best practices is making sure that you are steering those clicks, that call to action is hitting you over the head of what you want them to do. If they have to guess where they're clicking, you're already done. Also, people just read a whole lot less than you think on an email, and making sure that we're streamlining that content and removing any text heavy elements. When I open emails where all it is text, it's a very different experience, but people are coming to us for branded experiences for both images and text. One area that is very hot right now is personalization. I always say generic emails are not invited to your party. You have to make them highly focused and personalized. The conversion rate for personalized messages are extremely high, and especially when it comes to sales and e-commerce, it's through the roof. So one example that I love to show is how Saks knows me. They know what brands I like. It's because of what I've clicked on before. They are keeping track of that, and then they're serving that that information right back to me. I'll get an email once a month where they are curating the brands that I've already clicked on. This is all automated, and it comes right back to me. And guess what? I click on even more, and I buy even more, because that's when email is smart. One other area that I love to see is when they're taking my location. And in this case, Alex and Ani figured out that my location, it was a snow day, and they're serving 5 things to do on a snowy day. Same with Brooks. They're knowing it's hot weather, so they're telling you to go on cool runs. This is smart. This is all geolocation information, and it's all segmentation. An email that we did for Pepsi was a birthday email. It was one of our largest open rates. We worked with David Title of Bravo Media, which many of you might know, for all the animation. I'll have to send you the animated version, but the balloons were floating up, the confetti was popping, the candles were flickering, and it was sent on everyone's actual birthday because we had collected that data point, and we were giving them redeemable points to go buy a Pepsi. And this had one of the highest open and click rates that we've ever received from a brand. And it's one example that I use all the time for increased engagement because of the personalization. Who doesn't want to receive a birthday greeting on their birthday? Burberry also does this. They were a past client of ours, making sure if you can see the embroidery in the top right corner on the scarf, they have used a tool that are using my initials. So these are being served through transparent gifts. It's a very tricky program that they're using, but they've also said monogrammed for CH. And this is, I did not buy the scarf, but it got my attention, and I can guarantee that they had higher conversions than any other product it's being sold because of that personalization.
Christina, you have 4 minutes left. Do you want to switch to questions or just keep going?
I'll just flip through really fast.
Okay. There's one question from Bryce, or 2 questions from Bryce.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
chat.
for sure.
It says,
What
what's
is
your
it?
process for copywriting for campaigns? Do you have a system for creating cold emails, your first email, or is it created case by case or product by product?
So we don't do cold emails. That's a completely separate area of expertise. That is a different sales funnel. We specialize in opt-in emails for branded experiences where someone has given permission to use your email. They have signed up to receive news from the brand or the organization. I would love to talk to somebody about that later. It's not our specialty. We don't actually recommend it. Spam laws are real. And we care very much about having that opt-in. But for copywriting, we work with both the brand themselves, as well as I have a series of copywriters that I love to use over and over again. There is a specialty in email writing, making sure that especially the subject line, I think I have a statistic about subject lines, not either you have like 2 seconds to decide whether you're opening a subject, an email based on the subject. And if you don't grab that attention, it's deleted. So we care very much about what that subject line is, as well as the compelling offer and what we're asking people to click on.
There's another question.
I have a lot to say. So I'm sure I could talk about email all day. So we can certainly talk again.
There's another question from David. Nadell.
Okay.
Do you manage automated marketing platforms for clients such as Pardot, ActiveCampaign, SharpSpring, etc.?
We do. And in fact, there's a whole series of automated journeys that I'm talking about here, because automation is really the future of email, and people come to us for the welcome series, especially, as well as the automated abandoned carts, replenishment, upsell. Once they've already bought an a product, what are we serving as far as the next product to learn? In fact, here, this was an abandoned cart where we were using witty copy, friends don't let friends miss out on great hair. And then once they've already bought the shampoo, what were we going to serve them to make sure that they were buying the conditioner and the hair booster? These are all upsells that started to convert higher sales. And that's what people come to us, and that's all automation. That's, programming. Once they've bought one product, how quickly do we nudge them to buy the second product?
And is Hagopian Inc. doing that, or is the client doing the programming? It looks like you're doing the design for them and the content.
We're doing the design, and we also work. This was all done in MailChimp that was linked with Shopify.
Mhm.
Now we're also working a lot in Klaviyo, because Klaviyo talks better to Shopify, but it all does the same thing. Are there any other questions? Because I could certainly talk all day.
Yeah, well,
you got to stop me, Michael.
That's quite all right. So Bryce, I think it was related to the other one, because he asked, how do you get past spam and promotion filters?
It's what I always, it's all segmenting. So over time, Gmail especially will find if people aren't opening your messages, you get demoted a little bit. So what we will start to do is segment the people that are always opening the messages and send just to that group, and also reducing the number of images we send. Sometimes those have to be a little bit more text-based, maybe just the logo and a call to action, just to start to break into their main inbox. I also have friends that are in the email business where they say your emails for branded experiences should be in the promotions tab. And there's a lot of debate on whether you should be in their main inbox or in the promotions. So we care about where you land, but most importantly, are people opening them and engaging with them.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. We come to the end. I know you probably have more pages and
I know,
more to talk about.
Yes, absolutely. We can talk more, and anyone who wants to talk more offline about how we can work with both e-commerce and nonprofits, I'd love to talk to you.
Thank you. The presentation was wonderful, as is all of your work. So Christina is a design expert as well as obviously an email expert in design for email. So please reach out to her. I think we're going to go to 1.5 minutes because we have 21 people here today, which is great. So I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to put in the chat the order in which people showed up, I believe. And if your name is not here, let me know because I will add it. So Lise, Andrew Deutsch, Dave Nadell, and Alan Winikoff. Just, an introduction. I'm going to switch to speaker view. So whoever is speaking is going to be highlighted. So if you are not speaking, please put yourself on mute. Focus is what you do, what's your unique selling proposition, where do you focus, and how you can help others in the group. Lise, you are up.
Great. Hi, my name is Lise Bazzini. I have a public relations firm called Bazzini Hop, and we specialize in tech PR, both B2B and B2C. We basically help our clients garner exposure in front of their audiences, be that investors or prospects or current clients or talent. And we do that through media relations efforts, analyst relations, thought leadership, and specifically, contributing articles on behalf of our clients, getting them speaking opportunities, securing podcast interviews or, guest appearances. And that's where we really like to hang our hat. We really like to propose our clients as experts and knowledgeable individuals in their fields. And so we really like to present them as valuable resources to the media. So not just, here's what we sell or what we make, but here's why you should buy from us by presenting them as experts in their space. And I think that's it. I'll let someone else have more time.
And I recommended you for
yes,
tech. I don't know if they ever got in touch with you, but
we're speaking later today. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. So there was just to show how this whole thing works, there was a request, I think it was on Mosaic, for a PR person with tech expertise. And of course, Lise came to mind because there are other PR firms in the group. Some of you may also do tech, but Lise's experience and focus in that area came to mind first. Okay. So Andrew Deutsch, then Dave Nadell, then Alan Winikoff, then Alex Vachon. Andrew, you're up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Andrew with Fangled Group. You'll notice if you've seen in the past, the company used to be called Fangled Tech. We, in a reorganization, decided the tech name was confusing. When we started, we were mostly helping disruptive technologies come to market. And because we do so much more, we cleaned up our logo and changed the name. And now we create less confusion with our clients. We're a full service strategy first marketing and sales consulting company. Most of our engagements are acting as either the fractional chief marketing officer or fractional chief commercial officer for our clients, companies that need a C-level strategic executive running their marketing, but they sure don't need us 5 days a week. And we're able to really make big changes in our clients by building out the strategy before they play in the pool of all those expensive tactics that lead you nowhere without a strategy. That's who we are. And also the host of the Fangled Cast, which is our podcast. And it's available on YouTube and anywhere else that you can find podcasts, except on your fax machine. We stopped our podcast and faxes. We don't do that anymore. That's it. Did I beat the time?
You definitely beat the time. And I'll just add that Andrew, by the way, Andrew, you should update your profile or your listing if it's now Fangled Group as opposed to Fangled Tech.
I need to do that a lot of places.
Yeah. If you remind me, I can help you with that.
No,
Okay.
It's fine. I'll get on there and do it. Thanks.
All right. So Dave Nadell.
Hello, everyone. Dave Nadell, Venture P Media. Like you, like many of you, I do full service digital marketing for my clients and act as a fractional CMO. I had focused my practice a lot on demand generation for a long time, and more recently, in the past couple of years, have been shifting towards offering conversion optimization services, user experience design, UI and UX design, information architecture. So combined with where I like to start with my clients, which is a strong measurement plan, I combine that with conversion optimization efforts to try and help my clients maximize the value of their websites or their properties before we do demand generation, which I can also help them with. So that's my focus now. If anyone wants to talk to me about that, I'd love to talk to you about it. And that's about it.
Okay, and Dave, you owe me a response to the opportunity email.
I do. I'll get back to you today.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah, I don't want to hold that guy off too long. Let's see, that would be Alan Winikoff, then Alex Vachon, then Audrey Glover-Dictor. Alan, you're
okay. Well, thank you, Michael, and hi, everybody. So I, first of all, I want to say, Christina, that was a great presentation, and it's great to see so many familiar faces here today. We are a PR and social media firm, but our focus is a little bit different than what you've heard so far. We focus mainly on media and entertainment clients, although we also have some nonprofits. And then we represent a couple of attorneys, a winery. So we're generalists, but we focus, as I say, primarily on media clients with a particular expertise in the space for children and families, which can range from preschool all the way up to young adults. So we've been around about 20 years, and obviously during that time, our scope of services has expanded. So we went from being a traditional PR firm, now we do social media for most of our clients, and we also do paid content and other marketing services. And I'm sure there are many of you on this call with whom we could find a way to align and partner to provide those clients with a broader scope of services. We are based in New York City, but we are also bi-coastal, and we're a boutique firm. We're small, but we're mighty. And I think that's about it.
Thank you. And I think a lot of folks here are small and mighty, and you're in a different room, I think. Different location?
Maybe I'm not in my office. I'm not in the city, so that may be why.
Okay.
You may see a dog come in here at any moment.
I don't see any dogs, but let's see. So next would be a guest, Alex Vachon, then Audrey Glover-Dictor, then Dale Sprague.
All right. Hi, Michael. Thank you for inviting me. Good to see so many familiar faces. I'm on 9th Avenue, right by B&H, which is my temple, which is video and audio superstore, as you probably all know. So my field is video production. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a director with a background in television and video production. I go under the name of Alex Vachon Studios now. I used to be Cartouche Creations, but now I've rebranded under Alex Vachon Studios. But what I want to talk about today briefly is a very exciting new endeavor, which is called the Video Bubble. And it's pretty much a video academy. I see a big need for a lot of entrepreneurs and startups to learn themselves the skills so they can produce their own videos. And with my broadcasting background, I think I can offer a lot of skills and knowledge and tips and best practices for those who want to learn how to shoot properly, how to edit video, how to create great content, et cetera, et cetera. So the video bubble is something I'm launching right now. It's not officially launched, but it's accessible already. I have a Facebook group called the Video Bubble, and 5-day challenge pretty soon that will be about how to set up everything so that you can start making videos on a consistent basis. So that's really the big challenge for anyone. It's to not only create great videos, but to consistently make those videos. You need a infrastructure behind you, and that's what the video bubble is going to offer.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great. And I know you have a membership, and it's a very cost-effective membership. And so for anybody who has a client or they themselves want to do some of their own video, not ready to afford a Alex to do it for them, but need the help, reach out to Alex and learn a little bit more about the video bubble.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, Michael.
Absolutely. Audrey,
good to see you all.
Good to see you. Stick with us. Okay, Audrey.
Hi, everybody. Happy summer. I'm Audrey Glover-Dictor. I'm an attorney, and I focus on advertising, marketing, promotions law. So basically, I help businesses make their marketing work for them and not against them by reviewing for legal compliance. I always start my reviews with advertising law, federal, state, and if necessary, local under the FTC. And then I bring in whatever other federal agencies we need to review, like FDA or SEC, because believe it or not, just about every agency has their own advertising rules that need to be followed. And of course, I'm reviewing online campaigns because everybody has a website and everybody has social media. So when I review those, I also review for intellectual property issues, like do you have the right licenses? Do you have the right permission for videos or photos or music? And if you don't, then I'll help you get that. And I review for privacy issues online for your websites and ADA online compliance. So I do this all in English and Spanish, and I help keep my clients out of legal trouble.
Wonderful. Audrey is very persistent in her networking. She's great to have as a sponsor here. And if you have any issues of questions for your clients or for your own regarding legal compliance when it comes to advertising, she is the person to reach out to. Okay.
Thank you so much.
That was a little commercial. Dale Sprague,
you.
You're up. Dale, then Rochelle, then
That was a big commercial.
Dale, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dale Sprague. I'm with Canyon Creative out in Las Vegas. We are a branding and marketing firm. We just started our 26th year in business. We've been out here a long time. I don't know if I'm the only one out here on the West Coast. Well, actually, we're not really on the West Coast, but we are Pacific time. But it's nice to see all you East Coasters. I grew up outside of New York, so I do miss New York and Boston. As I said, we're a branding and marketing firm. We specialize in image and messaging, and our sweet spot is in the entertainment area, as well as we do a lot of B2B, from startup to large companies. We're also considered a generalist. Excuse me. We've worked with and continue to work with Wynn Resorts and Walt Disney Company, and anywhere down to attorneys and tech companies. So we love what we do. We're very passionate. We're small but mighty, and we love to approach a client that wants us to take a look at what they're doing, how they're portraying their business, and how can they better put their business out there to the public, and then take it all the way through from the image and messaging to web development and then marketing through email and PPC and other avenues. So I'd welcome any questions through chat, or love to meet you all. I've used to be part of the group. I've been out for a while, but I'm glad to be back. So thank you very much.
Great to have you back. And because you are small and mighty and also are in entertainment, you and Alan Winikoff should connect. And I think you provide complementary services, right? He's more PR and social, you're more branding,
Right.
marketing.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
Alan's
let's
on
do
the
it.
call.
Sounds great, Alan.
All right, let's see. That was, so Rochelle, Andre, then Henning.
Yeah. So when it comes to speaking about your business, I find that in general, clients are very, very concerned about what is their online brand. Boy, do they spend a lot of time, money, and effort on that. Some people take it to the next level and say, well, what's my personal brand, either within the industry or within the company? Very few people even think about what is their verbal branding. Clients come to me because, boy, do they have trouble speaking about their business in an effective way. They put a size 10 foot worth of information in what I call a size 6 space. So my question is, when you are talking about your business, I always ask, are you storytelling or boring telling? You know, are you long-winded? Do you go off on tangents, or do you tell a compelling story so I really understand your expertise? Creating those dynamic stories and teaching people how to speak into it is where I do some of my best work. So it's Rochelle from Dynamic Business Growth and not Schlep Along Business Growth.
And we see in the background the power of 3 C's: catch, compel, and call.
Yes, I'm doing a training on that, if you can't imagine.
Thank you so much, Rochelle. And
Thank
so
you.
now that she's given her pitch, everybody else should be that much better in your 1.5 minute pitch. Not that anybody prior to this was not good, but okay, let's see. Who did I have? It was Rochelle, Andre, Henning, and then Howard Levy. Andre Archambault.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Andre Archambault. I always give Michael extra credit for pronouncing my name correctly. I've made jokes for years that Archambault is French for shit show, mostly the way most people pronounce it. I am a member of the Gannett family. We own USA Today and about 300 local publications around the country, as well as a good handful of online portals, sports mostly, but not limited to. And we're basically a digital in-house agency that can manage anything from SEO, SEM, Facebook ads, YouTube ads for small, medium, and large clients. Our sweet spot might most likely be, you know, hospitals, colleges, universities, trade schools, but I'm also working on a proposal right now for an online gambling entity that's based out of Europe that is looking to expand into a couple of new states. And we happen to have a strong presence in those 2 states. So that's what I do. Look forward to, I think I'm connected to most everybody here, but for those with whom I'm not, I will put my LinkedIn details in the chat. Thanks.
Yes, everybody should feel free to do that. If you put your LinkedIn link in the chat, then everybody at the end can save that chat. And in the future, I will have actually listings of people who showed up that will be on the website. Okay, thank you, Andre. Henning, then Howard, then Valeria. Valeria.
Thank you, Michael. I provide the change in topic, going from marketing to sales. In the US, there are between 3,000 and 5,000 executives that operate in the gig economy and are available for fractional or interim sales leadership roles. Those are all solopreneurs. Some of them are associated with a common brand like Sales QB or Sales Acceleration, but they all face the same challenge: how to find the next assignment, how to find the next gig. And on the other side, you have businesses who are faced with a similar challenge because they have a lack in sales leadership and sales expertise in their business. And they need to find somebody that's a perfect fit for their business that has done exactly what they're setting out to do before. And that is what I do. I am the matchmaker between those executives and those businesses. I operate off a pre-vetted roster of executives. And when a business owner comes to me and says, hey, I have a challenge in sales, I think a fractional sales leader can help. I can quickly identify the right person. And typically within a week, that executive can start and help the business.
Wonderful. And I love the paintings. Are those your own or somebody else in the family?
Nope. I collect paintings from around the world, and they just happen to be the ones behind me.
They're great. All right. Howard Levy, Valeria, and Jason Gardner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Howard Levy. My company is Red Rooster Group. We help nonprofits to wake up their brand. So when you think of nonprofits, we know nonprofits. We've been working with them for 30 years, all aspects of branding, marketing, and fundraising. We specialize in organizational transformation. So that means when an organization has reached some type of sticking point, we come in and help. It may be that they want to grow from a local group to nationally, or nationally to internationally. Maybe they want to unify their chapters around the world or the country. Maybe they want to change their name. They're having difficulty doing that. Maybe their organization's mission has shifted, but their stated mission and vision have not. Or they have new leadership that wants to take them in a new direction. Perhaps they have trouble engaging their constituents around their mission or taking action, or they want to increase their fundraising results. Those are all the kinds of things that we do at Red Rooster Group to help organizations wake up their brand and achieve the full impact of nonprofits. So when you think of nonprofits, think of Red Rooster Group.
Thank you very much. I always do.
Thank you.
Okay, absolutely. That's called fishing with a spear as opposed to a net. Very focused, in at least specifically in the industry and the vertical. Okay, that was Howard. Valeria, and you're going to have to get my correct my pronunciation of your name. Diaz, you're up.
Yeah,
as a
that's
guest.
right. Hello, good morning. My name is Valeria. Currently working in Full Throttle Leads with Michael Filato. We are a lead generation company. We have over 210 million contacts to drive top of funnel leads to our clients. And we also use strategic LinkedIn automation. So pretty much our goal is to shorten our client's sales cycle. So that's pretty much what I do. I don't know if you want to add something, Michael.
Yeah, there's LinkedIn automation and email automation, and just making sure that when you send out 20,000, 30,000 emails a week, you're not damaging someone's domain, you're washing the data, and you're being very careful how you deliver that to give the right message to the right person at the right time. There's a lot of people doing SDR outsourcing or SDR in-source. They're not doing it right, and they're not sending out enough targets to basically even get enough meetings. So that's kind of where we focus.
Right, and SDR is sales direct reach with response.
Sales development reps. A lot of folks will hire out for that, and then you'll get someone in South America that there's 8 people doing that for very little. My approach is do it the right way, know what you're doing, and be a consultant to your clients, not just an automation tool.
Right. And so actually, Bryce had some questions about sort of, initial outreach to folks earlier when Christina was giving her presentation. So maybe Bryce, you and Michael or Valeria can connect about that.
Yeah, I was just going to say he does the other type of email. So that would be good.
Okay. Let's see who is next. That would be Jason Gardner, then Jeff Linder, and then Keith Reynolds. Jason, you're up.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Gardner. I'm currently in Paris. I'm a photographer and I'm coming to New York pretty soon. So first of all, thank you, Christina. Good to see you and see so many familiar faces with whom I worked already in this group. today I wanted to talk about business photography. And when I say I do business photography, I often photograph the why, not just the what, right? So I'm more strategic than the average photographer. I've been doing this 15 years and I have a degree in marketing. What that means is I ask a lot of questions before doing any portrait, ad campaign, a social media campaign, create any images for business, try to figure out and peel back the layers of what's the actual USP. And I know what everyone knows what that is, unique selling principle, that will, so I can create images that reflect that, right? And so I am based in Paris at the moment. Wanted to tell you guys that I'm coming to New York for 3 weeks in July and have a few days which I'm available, and I'll send that out after I finish my minute and a half. Speaking of, Michael, may I share my screen instead of telling I'm going to show?
Sure.
Okay, great.
21 seconds.
Yeah, I'm on it. So here's just a quick idea as to some of the portraits that I do, just to give you guys a quick eye candy. And in the commercial world, I have something called At Work. So besides doing portraits, I do a lot of kind of people doing their thing. And there you go. Voila.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess the alarm is loud enough. Beautiful work, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Jason Gardner, Jeff Linder, Keith Reynolds, Bryce Wade.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Linder. My company is Fresh Branding Group. Fresh Branding Group is a 14-year-old advertising agency. We do pretty much everything. I will tell you what we concentrate on in just a minute, despite the fact that I called Michael a couple of weeks ago, or sent him an email and asked for some referrals to tech writers and to designers of PowerPoint. Despite that, I would say our main focus is, I don't know if anyone has heard of this in this group. It's called television. Remember those television commercials? There are still lots of TV commercials that are being produced all the time. And by the way, we're doing a lot of work right now in OTC Pharma and RX Pharma, and boy, are these TV commercials effective, holy cow. And the reason why they're so great and the reason why they're so effective is because the creative is really, it's kind of cool, it's kind of wacky. We just won, okay, I'm bragging now, 11 Telly Awards. 11. I'm speechless. I can't believe we won 11 Telly Awards. I don't even know what to do with them all. And by the way, when you order those statues, you realize this is a for-profit business, because boy, are they expensive. So that's what we do at Fresh Branding Group. Anyone can connect with me via LinkedIn. Just look me up on LinkedIn and you'll find me and we can talk.
And are those the Telly Awards over your left shoulder? I see some awards there.
Those are some from some past years. Yeah, I haven't even received this year's statues yet.
Wow. And I see, I don't know what those other certificates are, but they look impressive.
All meant to be very impressive. Yeah.
And as you can tell, Jeff has an amazing sense of humor. Okay. Keith Reynolds, Bryce Wade, Brian Rudolph. Keith, you're up.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Reynolds, and I am the founder of Publio, a consulting, training and development and media company. And I got to tell you, the talent that's on this call is amazing. Christina, it's nice to see you again. We had met several years ago. So marketing can get a really bad rap. You know, money gets spent, and what did you get out of it? And we've got a whole slew of tools today. We've got a global consumer base that's moved online in the pandemic. A lot of companies have content that's no longer relevant, doesn't even match their business model, spending money, don't know what they're getting out of it. And my goal is to help people. We help people find their North Star by integrating people, process, and technology around the content that they produce. And I've gone from being a producer to helping companies around a methodology I've created called the Publisher's MO. It's a 7-step process that when you teach your customers, the marketers, a system, and everyone's on the same page, stuff starts to happen. So we work on unity and alignment around getting teams to produce content that gets results. And I've just produced a book, my second, and you can download it for free from our website Publio, and I'll put a link, and I'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Wonderful. And Keith, there's a woman who's not here today. She's the long form copywriter. I don't know if she'd be a good connection.
Totally. That's perfect.
Yeah. Reach out to me. Her name escapes me, but she's in the copywriting section of TRN.
Thanks. And thanks for getting my listing up again, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I apologize for all the mess up. I had originally uploaded mostly everybody's listings on December 26th with a 6-month listing. And of course, they all expired at once. So the thing blew up and I had to figure out how to extend it. And of course, I had a glitch with some email going out with a link to my development site. Mea culpa. Okay. Bryce, then Brian, then Faith.
Hi, everybody. So I am Bryce Wade, the Google Cowboy. Michael mentioned fishing with a spear or fishing with a net, but what if you could fish with a rocket launcher? And that's what I'm going to kind of talk about today. So a typical SEO company brings you traffic, right? The idea is because 50% of all traffic comes from Google rankings, essentially, and all of that pretty much comes from the first page because nobody goes past the first page. So this is what a typical company will do. Oh, you're number one, fantastic and cool. But this is what one of our products can do, and it's basically a multiplier of your content that you create for your clients, right? So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 positions on the front page of Google. This client did this for 6 months, twice a month, and yeah, it's a super powerful way to both increase the organic rankings of a client and multiply the traffic to the content that you create for clients. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about today.
That's news SEO, is it?
That is news SEO. Yeah, yeah. So you get basically 400 plus mentions on news sites for content across the internet. With some SEO magic in there, it absolutely destroys. So
yeah, Liz and Alan, anybody doing PR, this is a really interesting. It's a way of taking advantage of the way news is processed or managed on Google by Google versus the way I guess other content, blogs, etc., is managed. And if you could take advantage of that, it gives your clients a tremendous boost, and it is very cost effective. So definitely speak to Bryce about it.
I'd like a link to that too.
Yes. All right. So definitely connect with Bryce Wade. It's Mind of a Marketer is his listing.
Yeah. And
so if you look up the word mind, you will get right into his mind in Trusted Referral Network. If you look up the word marketer, you're going to get lots of people. But if you look up the word mind of a marketer is the only one that comes up.
Yeah, and there's a link to an overview video of what I just showed.
Very cool. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. Brian, Faith, Jason.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Brian Rudolph. I am a digital marketing and digital transformation consultant. I work with clients from a strategy perspective first. So I have partners, whether PR agencies, digital marketing agencies, technology companies, and when they find that their clients are marketing with tactics and not really understanding what they're doing, throwing spaghetti at a wall just to see what sticks, they come to me and I help them build out customer journeys. I help them build out better marketing foundational strategic thought, do discovery with them so that then they can go back to their client with an actionable marketing or digital marketing playbook that sets their client up to be profitable, sets their client up to actually market with purpose, not randomly, and also sets them up for lots of future interactions with the client over the next 2 to 5 years. So it becomes a lead generation or a retention tool for those partners as well. I'm looking for both small to medium-sized clients to work with directly, as well as subject matter experts, small agencies, other firms to partner with.
Great.
And
So
that's me.
if you're looking for folks that can do strategy well, maybe to complement your tactical work, Brian's one of the people to reach out to. Okay. Faith Thomasis, then Jason Cement.
I am Hope Thomasis, and I am a copywriter that comes from a strategy base for what I do. My strength is helping people identify what they really want to say or what they want to be, and then putting that out as concisely as possible. So that lends itself very well to name development, and also with web writing, because you have to be so tight and concise. I'm very flexible and have been in a lot of industries. I'm a little insulted that I'm sitting here and Michael didn't recommend me to somebody just now as a copywriter. I'm based in New York, and I'm looking for anyone to work with teams, work with agencies as an extra brain to put on a project or to do small projects independently. And I've listed my website on the chat, and my LinkedIn is just my name, so I don't know what my special identity is. So I look forward to hearing from anyone. I've met a lot of you, and let's keep in touch.
Yeah, Faith, I think if you, it's under Faith Thomas's Consulting, right, in your listing. So if somebody wants to find you on the Trusted Referral Network, just put in the name Faith.
Okay.
I believe so. Okay. That is the company you're under? Is that, or do you have a separate company name?
It's just Thomas's company.
Thomas's and Company. Okay, right. Not Faith. Thomas's. No. Okay. Jason Cement.
I think he left.
Jason left, did he?
Yes. He said goodbye.
Go. Okay. Did anybody, did I miss anybody before I go? Okay, then I will go. My name is Michael Bendit. Of course, you all know me. My company is Software Development Resources. Provide software development resources, as the name implies. So I work with about 10 different software development teams. We specialize in two areas, marketing and startups. In the marketing space, most of my work is the bread and butter is websites, e-commerce sites, and mobile. And in that space, we do a lot of work with digital marketing agencies who don't always have those resources in-house and are looking to expand their capabilities, do work that they would otherwise have to turn down because they don't have the development resources in-house. And we also work with agencies that do have some development resources in-house, but maybe they ran out of bandwidth, or the development resources they have don't have the specific expertise for the platform opportunity that comes over their transom. So for example, a lot of people, and for good reason, may have internal resources that have expertise in WordPress because it's such a widely used platform. However, maybe they'll get a Shopify opportunity or a Magento opportunity. And these are all, of course, different software platforms for marketing, for e-commerce, and they don't want to turn it down. They want to do the design, they want to do the strategy, they want to do the advertising, whatever it is. So they reach out to me and we partner together. It's exactly 12:01, so I'm going to wrap it up there.